Alright, what's going on, guys? Good morning. I'm a little bit late to launch this video or to do this video because I actually went to see UFC 123 last night in Detroit. I live about 45 minutes away from the Palace Auburn Hills, so just outside Detroit. So I drove over and got to see it in person. This is the first time I've actually seen one of the events in person, and I got to say it was absolutely awesome, man. This is the first time. Sorry if my voice is a little messed up right now. I was yelling a lot and just getting excited and doing that kind of stuff. So my voice is a little bit throaty, so to speak, because you just get so excited and everything. So it worked out perfectly. I thought I was going to be late for it, but I ended up getting there pretty much right at 10 o'clock when we got our seats and sat down, and right as Bruce Buffer was starting. And man, it was such a cool experience. I'd never been to a UFC live before. I've never seen a UFC in person before. I don't know if I'll be going back for sure because it's kind of a pain driving back at 2 or 3 in the morning when I don't know the roads too well in Detroit, downtown Detroit. Trying to get over the bridge and over the border to back to Canada. I live in Windsor, just outside Detroit. So I don't know if I'll be going because it's a real pain, man. It took me. I got lost in Detroit trying to find the way back, and I'm just not real good at to navigating the roads there. And there's all these, it's pretty hard to find your way back. But anyway, besides the point, this was an awesome night of fights, man. It's not cheap to go see UFC fights. Tickets are pretty much, if you guys are interested, they have a few different price ranges. They have like the cheapest ones, which are like the way at the back, like you're buying like the freaking nosebleed sections, which I didn't buy those ones. Those were $50 each, and then there were the ones that I got, which was a little bit higher than that. I think they're about like 80 to 100 each, something like that, and they're closer up to the balcony overlooking everything. And that was pretty good. I thought it was a good price, and then from there it jumps high, and then ringside seats are like they're crazy. They're like I think some of them are $1,000 each. Closer still $400 each. So it can be real expensive if you want to get really close to the cage. I guess I should say cage side seats, not ringside seats. But anyway, it was great because actually the person I went with, she had glasses. And I just tried them. I was like, all right, let me see. So I put on the glasses, and they're for seeing really far away. And it was like binoculars, right? It was perfect. I could see everything. I could see their tattoos. I could see the writing on their shorts and everything like that. Now there is some speculation. I'll just get this out of the way right away about the Rampage Machida fight. I can tell you that being there, I was watching the actual fight. I wasn't watching because they do have everything shown with the TV broadcast too, so you can see it. Watching the actual fight in person, watching Rampage, watching Machida in person, I have to say that while I was watching it, after the first 2 rounds, I said to myself, Rampage is winning this fight. I couldn't believe it. I was astounded. You guys know my prediction if you watched it. I thought Machida was going to win. I think pretty much everybody predicted Machida would win. And, it was really awesome that Rampage took this one. I was rooting for Machida first. I'm an old school Machida fan. But then when they were coming in and everything, and, the Detroit crowd, man, Rampage is, everybody loves Rampage, man. And Machida was, he got some cheers, but Rampage, everybody was, they love Rampage. For me, it changed as soon as they played, as soon as Rampage had the Pride music on, man. That was amazing. That was really something special. He comes out to the Pride music and he starts doing the howl and stuff. I was just like, oh my God, this is amazing. I can't believe I'm here right now. I can't believe I'm seeing this. So I, right away, as soon as I heard him playing the Pride music, I was like, yes. And I was cheering for him, and it all worked out really well. Rampage won, and I thought he won. And a lot of people are saying, oh well, some things about the Machida and the way he fights, and some problems with the decisions and that kind of stuff. And like when he fought Shogun, you know what I mean? He got the first decision, even though he lost the fight, or at least people think he lost the fight. This time, Machida did lose this fight, I think. From someone who was there and watched it, like when you see on TV and you see Machida, and how much he moves around, how much he runs, like he goes straight back, like he'll go straight back. When you watch him inside the actual cage, you should see how much ground Machida covers, and you don't see it on the zoomed in on the camera. He's running around, but he's running back a lot too. He is running away, and that's the thing too that Joe Rogan calls his elusiveness. People, you guys all know about that by now, but it's really weird to see it in person. It's really strange because he covers a lot of distance and he is running away all the time. So even if he landed more strikes or he landed maybe more technical strikes, that kind of thing, was a more technical striker in the fight. How can you give him the fight? I mean, he's running away from the guy the whole time. Like, you can't. What are you supposed to do? People are saying the judging system sucks. But this is a fight, man. Like, does it not matter if one guy it comes to fight and is going after the other guy, and the other guy just keeps running away all the time, back and back and back, and then around the cage and around the cage. In this fight, seeing it live, to me it was prevalent like crazy that octagon control. You want to see a fight, man. You want to see two guys go at it. It's okay, if a guy moves around a lot and that kind of stuff, that's fine. But I was just very surprised, seeing it live in person, just how much Machida, runs away and how much distance he covers. It's deceiving on TV. You watch it on TV, you don't get a grasp of how much he runs away. He's running straight back to. There were so many times when Rampage would have him against the cage, and he'd break and throw either a punch or a short uppercut, some dirty boxing or something, and Machida would just back right up and go from one side of the cage all the way to the other, just straight back. Where Rampage is just coming right at him the whole time, just chasing him right around. So what do you think? Like, I don't know. I kind of want to hear what you guys think. I saw some other people's videos and they're saying that it's stupid that's counted in the judging. But I mean, for me, I think that makes sense. If a guy's running away the whole time in the fight and he's not, and yeah, he's throwing some shots, but I mean, I just really felt that when I was watching it in person, getting a sense of just how much Rampage is chasing him and going after him and trying to tag him and everything like that. Even if Machida is throwing something going back, like how powerful are those shots, and also the fans pay for a fight. You want to watch a fight, you want to watch two guys go at it. Guy running away the whole time like that. I mean, I have to say that I definitely think Rampage won this fight. There's no doubt about it. Anyway, so that's pretty much my opinions on that. One other thing I want to touch on, when Rampage was in the third round, when he was going to slam him. I don't know if you guys could hear it on TV, the crowd, but everybody just, I just went nuts. I was like, slam him! But Machida was able to get his feet planted when he was getting picked up. Oh man, that would have been awesome if Rampage would have been able to actually slam him. That would have been just something crazy. But Machida is good, man. Machida is really, he's fast, and man, he's got some quick reflexes. Even to get his feet down in that position and not get slammed like that, because lots of guys have, for sure. So, that was amazing. I'll move right on to the BJ Penn Matt Hughes fight and some kind of observations I have that you might not have heard about. Yeah, this was another just crazy. Like, Matt Hughes was actually, people were cheering more for Matt Hughes than they were for BJ when Matt came out. A lot of people are big Matt Hughes fans. But then after BJ won the fight, everybody was cheering for BJ. He came out and he just looked ready to go, and he took it right to him real fast. And I just remember when he got the knockdown, Matt Hughes just kind of like went down and just kind of like his head just on the bottom of the cage on the mat. So that was awesome. And I remember looking at Matt Hughes when he got up at first, because he got his bell rung pretty good. And I was looking at him, and he just kind of like he got up and everything, and they were kind of bringing him to and everything, and he was just like looking around like where am I? What's going on? Did I win? Are we fighting? What's happening? Like it was great. You don't really usually get to see. They show after a minute on TV, but just looking at him, like his face, he just kind of like looks up. He just kind of looks around. And he's is it over? Did I win? And then he said after that he thought he got hit by a knee or a kick or something, because that's how hard he got his bell rung. But BJ is good, man. BJ came out fierce, just like the old school, Carl Uno days. You guys remember that, when he got him down and he threw all those uppercuts, or that knockout against Matt Serra. Just comes out in a flurry and just ready to go and just fired up. And oh man, that was awesome. After he knocked him out, he's leaving the building. He's like, he left, and then they grab him. They say, no, you got to come back in. You got to get your hand raised and that kind of stuff. So that was awesome to see. Real quick, I'll just go over the other fights on the main card because they're not as exciting. Phil Davis had a nice submission. I didn't even see Tim Boach tap out to that. I was like, is it over? Like, what the hell happened? I didn't even see it. I guess it was like under his back or something, like twisted. His arm was twisted back. So that was a nice submission. He's definitely an up and comer, and I'd like to see Dana White was saying that that Phil Davis is going to need some to improve his stand-up skills and that kind of stuff. But I don't necessarily know if he's going to need to do that. I mean, he's such a good wrestler. Like he could probably take down anybody in the 205 division. Maybe Ryan Bader and John Jones would give him some trouble, and maybe Rashad, but I still think that his wrestling alone, he could probably give anybody a good fight right now. Even Rashad, Shogun, doesn't matter. Anybody, he could give them a really good fight right now. The fight with Harris and Falcao, that was first 2 rounds are pretty good. That Falcao, he looked a little bit like that shoot box style. He comes out kind of like Vanderlei Silva, but just not as aggressive. He comes and then he stands and then he explodes and he'll throw some good shots. He almost submitted him in the end of the first, and he was really taking it to Harris. But third round, that people were booing like crazy. Nobody liked that round because he just coasted it out to get the decision. Whatever. I mean, it is what it is. Lots of fighters do that. So it's nothing new to see that. And then of course the Sortiropolis submission. So that was cool too. And that was a nice submission. So this was a great night of fights to see. Very lucky I was to get to go and see it in person and live. It's the first time I've ever seen a UFC live event. And I thought it was awesome. I just wanted to share with you guys what I thought. I've done lots of, UFC videos and post-fight afterthought videos, this kind of stuff, but never one that I actually got to see in person. So that it did not disappoint. Awesome night of fights. If it was less painful to get there and back, I'll definitely go and see it again if they come back to Detroit. All right, guys. I hope you liked my video. Please comment, rate, and subscribe if you did. This is Trev saying peace out.